Hunter, how tough has this been for you to have this injury happen when it did and then miss a chunk of the season when I know you've worked really hard to have a full season and stay healthy?
Yeah, it was tough. Like I've been saying, going into spring, it's the best my arm had felt, the best my body had been feeling, and the ball just felt like it was coming out of my hand good. And then, another freak accident happened, and there's not a whole lot you can do. I've never really seen it coming. It just kind of out of nowhere, and it is what it is. You just got to go with it.
Rich Dubroff, go ahead.
Hunter, how did your rehab in Sarasota go, and were you happy with how you threw at Norfolk?
Yeah, it was good. I just felt like it took forever, as always, coming back from any injury. But it felt good. It felt like it took me 3 or 4 outings to start feeling good again. And the last outing I had in Durham, I think it's really probably the best I've felt, probably since 2019. The ball just felt like it was coming out of my hand really good again, and the off speed was spinning good, and it felt really good.
Dan Connolly, go ahead.
Hunter, obviously any injury is frustrating, but is it more frustrating to you when it's not your arm because your arm's healthy and you can go but you can't do physically, or is it more frustrating that when it is your arm because you don't know what the situation is?
It's tough. It was kind of frustrating to the fact that I did a lot more this offseason to build my arm up and, to build my body up to, be able to support my arm and making it go fast. And then to have a freak thing like an oblique go out, which I've never had a problem with in the past, it was kind of frustrating to have to deal with that. But, I don't ever want to have an oblique thing again. That was by far one of the worst pains I've ever had.
Kevin Richardson, go ahead.
Hunter, have you talked to Brandon about what your role may be on the team?
We talked a little bit today, not really about a role, but just we're taking the training wheels off. We're here to pitch, we're here to play. I'm healthy. I'm here to help the team win and do what I can to tribute. So, it's really just taking the training wheels off and let me be a big league pitcher.
Great.
Mark Viviano, go ahead.
Hey, Hunter. Obviously, you weren't up here for what's gone on so far. Obviously, you've watched it. You've seen the team struggle. The bullpen has struggled. What's it been like for you to see that when you're not able to be here for them?
It's tough because I feel for a lot of the guys. I know we got some good talent here, and it really stinks that I wasn't up here to just be with the guys and try to help them be better and try to contribute. And it was tough to watch, and I really wanted to be here and be with the guys and try to win. And it's tough to be away from that and watch their struggles. So it was tough.
Joe Trezza, go ahead.
Hunter, you talked about taking the training wheels off. How do you feel about going back-to-back days and also going multiple innings? You haven't really done either of them at the big league level yet.
I know I can. They've just been cautious with me in the past with how my arm has been and, all the injuries I've had. But, like Hyde said, I'm not getting any younger. There's no point in waiting around. We got to go. It's time to go. And there's just not enough time to keep babying it every year.
Dan Connolly, go ahead.
Kind of the same vein there, Hunter. How did you stop yourself from not doing too much too early, considering we know how competitive you are?
That was tough. I had a lot of guys tell me whenever I hurt my oblique, I bet every pitcher had come up to me at one point saying, whenever you start feeling good, please take another week. Just make sure, because they know. With my past and being injured, I hate being on the DL. I hate doing all that. So as soon as I felt good, I was ready to go. But I remember a lot of those guys said, and I tried to make sure I was 100% for about a week before I really started turning it up. But luckily, it's all been good, and I never had any setbacks. So it's all good now.
Melanie Newman, go ahead.
Hunter, when you go through things like this, what kind of either comfort or support is your dad in these moments?
He's everything. Him and my brother. Dad, actually, he had a lot of injuries when he played too, and oblique was one of his. And I think my brother actually had the same thing happen to him. So I'm lucky enough to have guys like that to be able to talk to and, you know, be able to bounce things off because they know where I'm at mentally and in a time like that, especially with my past. So just being able to talk to anybody and, you know, especially somebody that's gone through it, it really helps you ease your mind and, you know, be able to push through it and get back to being healthy.